Alright guys, we are back for more of my 10-year anniversary special. We just played some Sonic Riders for the Nintendo GameCube, and that was a whole lot of fun. And before we get started with our next segment, I did pick up a special guest during the break, and that is Mark Liotta.
Hello.
So anyways, for our next segment, we are going to be playing Wii Sports for the Nintendo Wii. So let's see how we do.
It's a fun game.
Yeah, it's still a great classic right here to this very day. And I do know for a fact later this year, this game will be celebrating its 20th anniversary. Alright, so anyways, we're going to start things off with tennis. Let's go to one player, and I'll choose by me, of course. We'll play on the blue court. And we're going to do best of 5. We're taking on Liza and Sarah this game. So here we go. Too bad. Alright, 15 love. But yeah, if you guys may know, Mark has been a longtime friend of mine here on YouTube. In fact, he's actually been one of my very first subscribers ever since I first created my YouTube channel 10 years ago. But yeah, it's pretty crazy how time flies by so fast after so many years.
40 love.
Alright, 40 love right now, and it's game point. I thought for a second it was going to go out right there, but Eliza actually hit the ball, which prevented it from going out, and my opponent's just gotten out, so we win the first game. Alright, let's go to game 2 now, and it's time for Eliza to serve. But yeah, not only has Mark been one of my very first subscribers ever when I first created my YouTube channel, he's been a special guest in a whole lot of my videos as well. I do know that I first had him as a special guest on my channel back when I did a gameplay on Future Dream on Mario Party 5 for the GameCube. Yeah, from what I can remember, yes.
Oh, okay, well that's been so long ago that I don't really remember that.
Yeah, from what I do remember, it was somewhere in 2022 when that happened. But yeah, since you have been a very good friend of mine for a long time now, Mark, with me currently doing my 10-year anniversary special right now, why don't you tell everyone some of the best moments that you do remember on my channel over the years?
One's actually fairly recent where Daniel reached the maximum level in Splatoon 1 on the Wii right before that console's online servers got shut down.
Yeah, that was a couple years ago when that happened out there, and I will definitely say it is definitely a great highlight on my channel from what I do remember as well. And not only that, Mark was one of the guests that joined me on that video back when I did it.
Yep. This happened, I believe, from what I remember, I believe this happened on a Sunday night, and then the servers got shut down the next day. So we literally got it in right under the wire.
Actually, from what I do know, I at least can remember that I think it was 2 days before the online play shut down Wii U.
Break point.
Yeah, I think it was either the day after, even Gold 50 or 2 days after. I'm not quite sure. All I know is that he managed to hit that milestone right in the nick of time.
Yeah, that I certainly did. And for how special that is right here, when I got to that max level in Splatoon 1, it's definitely one of the biggest accomplishments that I ever was able to achieve in my life. I will certainly never forget that at all for how big it is. Oh, wow! I actually got a return ace out of that. I wasn't expecting it, but I'll still take it.
Break point.
Alright, so we currently have the advantage here, and it's break point. There's another game! But anyways, Mark, go ahead and continue on right here with some of the highlights on my channel that you do remember over the years.
Well, that's really the only one really that comes to my mind right now.
Oh, well, that's okay. Sometimes it can be hard to try to memorize as much things as possible right here on big moments from other people like myself. But for that moment on what you were mentioning on me hitting the max level in Splatoon 1, like I said, that is certainly a very big moment that I'm never going to forget. And you guys may know right here that since Mark is a great friend of me, like I was talking about earlier, I have been doing a good amount of specials for him. Basically, when he got to certain milestones and stuff like that. Yeah, all the specials that I did for Mark back in the past, right here in recent years, I certainly have been having a good time doing them. And not only am I glad to have Mark with me in a whole lot of my videos in recent years, I also have been lucky enough to be a special guest a whole lot over on his channel as well.
Yeah, he's been a guest several times, a lot of times actually.
Yeah, especially since I am one of the members out there in the Weekend Gamers for what he does. Speaking of the Weekend Gamers, it's currently on its 4th season right now on Mark's channel, and if any of you guys have noticed right here on Mark's channel, we didn't have an episode of that last weekend, and that was all because of the fact right here that there was a big snowstorm happening in several states out there across the country, and because of that, Mark basically thought it would be better to just hold off on that taping until the next weekend. So for those of you who were expecting a new Weekend Gamers this past weekend, that was basically why Mark never did it. But I will say right here on his channel, there will be a new episode of that next weekend.
Yep.
It's 30 all right now. Oh, that was a sweet hit. Alright, 40-30. Alright, match point. We win! So that's a good way to start the segment. Well, we're only going to lose 5 in my rating right there, but at least it's not a whole lot for what we lost. But anyways, let's move on to baseball now. Alright, we are taking on Takumi on this one. Now, I actually recently played a game of this off camera the other day, and after I did it, I unfortunately dropped out of the pro status again right here. So I gotta try to work my way back up to it if I can. We're unfortunately starting with an out. Alright, my friend Megan is up to bat. That's a ball. Oh man, we're getting another out. Oh, we got Sonic on my team. Alright, now we get a single. That's at least worth something good. Oh, Theodore from Alvin and the Chipmunks is on my team. But it's an out. Alright, well, no runs for us to start with right here, but it is early. Let's go ahead and change sides, and it's time for Takumi to bat. Are you kidding me? He already gets a home run. That is embarrassing. Baseball's just always tough at higher skill levels. I'm just always not that good like this. Alright, Shinozuka's up to bat. Ah, dang it, how'd you miss that? Oh, that's a double. Alright, now on to Hiroshi. Okay, now we get an out. Alright, heading over to Rin. And that's the foul ball. I'm trying to throw a splitter right here, but it's not letting me do it. Alright, another double. So Takumi's team is getting another run right there. Alright, let's move on to Emily. Okay, there we go. Now it actually registers my splitter. But still a ball. Okay, there's an out. Alright, now on to Sarah. Alright, it's going right down the middle right there for a single. Alright, now it's on to Saburo. Oh no! That's a home run! And all because that happened, My opponents are going to win under the mercy roll 0 to 5. Yeah, you see what I mean, Mark, with baseball being top of higher skill levels?
Yeah, I definitely can see how that would be tough.
Yeah, if you're basically at a high skill level like me on this, I bet you would just have a rough time trying to win right here like this, kind of like what happened there.
Yeah.
And we lost 46 in my rating, that hurts.
I mean, at least this is one Wii game where, at least for the bowling portion of it, I can at least do with the motion controls for it.
Yeah, and speaking of bowling, that's what we are going to be playing next. Let's hope we can get a good score on this. And like always, I'm going to use my special golden ball. And we start off the strike! Alright, let's see if we can do it again. Yes, we will! Double or nothing, baby! But yeah, you certainly can't go wrong with bowling. This is certainly a very popular sport for a lot of people out there in this game. Alright, there's a spare.
Nice spare.
Oh, how did I not get that strike right there? Oh well, we'll sell for another spare.
Nice spare.
There we go! We got ourselves another strike. And that was weird of how two of the pins collided with each other and then knocked down. Okay, there's 9 pins, but I'll take a spare.
Nice spare.
Okay, I barely avoided getting that split right there, so it was not too bad. Alright, spare. Alright, 9 pins again right there. But a spare's still pretty good. And it's the same outcome like last time. Still get another spare. Alright, let's go to the last frame. There's a strike.
Nice throw.
And we get a double there as well.
Nice throw.
Alright, let's see if we can finish it off with a turkey. Yes, we can!
Nice throw.
Oh, nice.
So we end up with a total of 215. I'll take it. But we still go down 26. Oh well, we could have done better. But it's still not too bad of a score for what we got. Alright, on to golf. We'll do a full 9-hole game. Alright, let's get underway with the first hole. We're starting with 22 miles per hour on the wind going east.
Nice shot.
Alright, I think that should still be a good first shot here. Yes, it will. It's on the fairway. On the green.
Nice ball.
Alright, going for birdie to start off. And we got it.
Nice birdie.
That was a good start. Now let's go to hole number 2. Alright, 6 miles per hour on the wind this time. Alright, good shot right there onto the green.
Nice on.
Alright, let's see if we can get another birdie. Nope, not this time. But the par's still not too bad.
Nice par.
Alright, hole number 3. Look at that, Mark. We have no wind here.
Nice.
Alright, so this gives me a good opportunity here at the shortcut here on the left. I'm going to go for it, and hopefully this works out well in our favor. Alright, I think that should be good. Yes! We're fine. Oh, that's going past the green. Also now, oh no! We unfortunately went out of bounds.
Oops.
Yeah, that was a little bit too much power right there that we had on the shot. After we had a good shot off the tee, I just ruined it right there. That's going to put a dent in my game. Alright. Well, looks like it's going to be a bogey that we're getting on this hole. It's not all that horrible right there, but we could have done better if it wasn't for that one shot out of bounds. But anyways, let's go to hole 4, and we have 16 miles per hour on the wind here this time. Okay, I'll take that.
Nice on.
And that's going to be a birdie.
Good birdie.
Alright, heading to hole number 5. Alright, 4 miles per hour on the wind right here. Let's try aiming this way.
Nice shot.
Okay! It is barely going to make it to the fairway right there, so I'm glad that shot worked out well. Oh! That is a very impressive shot. And Mark, we are going to get an eagle!
Great eagle.
That's what I'm talking about. Alright, hole number 6. Oh, 18 miles per hour on the wind this time. I don't know about this.
Nice shot.
Alright, that was a good shot off the tee. Oh, I like what I'm seeing here. Okay, that's not too bad.
Nice on.
Alright, going for birdie. Oh, so close. But we'll settle for a par.
Nice par.
Alright, let's go to hole number 7. 12 miles per hour on the wind. Alright, shortcut does look doable here, so I'm gonna try it.
Nice shot.
Okay, we made it. Alright, it is on the fairway, which is not too bad. I don't think I'm going to quite have enough distance to get to the hole of the putter from here, so I'm going to have to use the wedge. Alright, we're on the green.
Nice on.
And that's a birdie!
Nice birdie.
Alright, let's go to hole number 8. Alright, 14 miles per hour on the wind. Uh-oh! Dang it! It's in the water! That really screwed us up big time. Alright, at least we're on the green right here after that shot. We're still unfortunately getting a bogey. Alright, time to go to the 9th and final hole. Oh, this is not good, Mark. We have a 30 mile per hour wind. I'm going to have no choice but to play things safe on the right path, because I really don't feel comfortable trying to go for the left path with all like this.
Nice shot.
All because we have a 30 mile per hour wind, Mark. We have to really be careful with our shots. It's possible we could get to the green right here on this shot, but we gotta hope for the best of luck. Come on. Okay, it's gonna barely make it to that island right there. But it's going in the rough, but that's okay. The important thing is that we made it. On the green, and we will finish it off with a birdie.
Nice birdie.
Alright, we got a total of 4 under par, which is pretty good. I will still go up 8 right there, which is not too bad. Alright, so it's time to finish off the segment with a round of boxing. Alright, I just need a moment here to get my nunchuck out. Alright, let's see who we're facing against here. Pierre.
Round 1.
Alright, let's do this.
Fight.
Yeah, baby, take that, sucker!
2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, he got up pretty quickly there. Alright, let's keep going. Uh-oh. Now we're getting hit all over the place. Uh-oh, we're down.
2, 3, 4.
Okay, we're still alive. Oh boy. Oh no! We're down again. Okay, we still have a chance. Alright, there we go. Come on, let's see if he'll stay down this time. What? He got up at the exact same time like how he did it the first time. It's kind of a little odd right here if you ask me. Alright, time's up for round 1. Now let's go to round 2.
Round 2. Fight.
BAM! Take that!
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh boy, he's not finished yet. Come on, we gotta try to believe in ourselves. Alright, I think that should do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
He better be down.
7, 8, 9.
There we go! Knockout! I am a winner! That is how I roll. I go up 11 right there on my rating, so that's pretty good. Alright, great way to wrap up this segment right here, if I do say so myself. And I will say, we did a pretty good job out there for the most part. We pretty much did very well on tennis, bowling, golf, and boxing, but only the baseball out there we did not do very good on. But regardless still, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
But anyways, that is going to do it for Wii Sports for the Nintendo Wii as part of my 10-year anniversary special. But we still have some more games to play, and I will see you all for the next segment right after this, so stay tuned.